A pa bo tam v centru. Tam je nekje dva. Še to govoriš. Predagno, da je boljše. Nekaj je mladina, nekaj zmenjava. Zdaj bo še odstavil. Isto je zmenjava.
Znači je Nina.
Čim ne reče, ja, sam važan, poseži, pač to je. Jaz sem razkačil, je tako hvala, da sem sam to. Čisto vlog, nečno radno, da se dobivamo, da se sravimo, sam ven. Ja, to je super.
Ja, onda da prenese neki mjeste, znate koje se reče, pričakova da bo še kar hvala, da smo vedeli, ko je svoje polce načrtano. Tako da, ja, zdaj se bojo se pa ničočno, ja. Včasih vidim, da kaj všeč, kako je naša objava, to so stremljeno, da to je.
Za začetek.
Težke poleti, grešnik, deleč, pač možno.
Žura. Gaurantai ki, Shri Panchakatra ki, Shila Prabhupada ki, Gaurananda. Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krišna, dobrodošli na nedeljskem programu v centru za Hare Krišne. Današnji program smo začeli z bhađani pod vodstvom Tat Puruše Prabhuja, pa bi se lahko zahvalili prosim njemu, pa Brački Šorju, pa Mahatmanandi, pa Bhaktin Špeli za te lepe bhađane. Hvala. Zdaj pa bi naslednjo točko imel predavanje njegove milosti Prahladananda Swamija z predavanjem na temo osvoboditev od materialnega življenja. Predavanje bo v angleškem jeziku, tako da če kdo potrebuje prevod, se lahko zglasi tam pri oknu za slušalke. Drugače pa lepo poslušanje. Hare Krišna.
Turn the lights on. I'm already lame, but I'm also blind, so. Hare Krishna. Ma Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine. Saraswati Deve Bodhavani Pracharine Nirvite Sashunyavadi Bhaskajade Satarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Vargadakacharya Asidhara Sadushi Shriman His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Raj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Lord Premanande Hariva Slava Zabrani Bhakta Slava Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutaya Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tenamane Namaste Saraswatam Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatyade Siddharne Om Agana Tamarandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vrijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vasakan Zvitam Scha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchena Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishubhanu Sudadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patiranam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya I'm going to read from the Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 5, text number 15. 5 is called Karma Yoga, Action and Krishna Consciousness. Nadate kasute papam. A little slow here. Nadate kasyate papam. Na chaiva sukritam vibhu. Agyane navritam jnanam. Tena muyanti jantava. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada's purport. The word vibhu means, please repeat. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, the Sanskrit word vibhu means the Supreme Lord who is full of unlimited knowledge, riches, strength, fame, beauty, and renunciation. He is always satisfied in himself, undisturbed by sinful or pious activities. He does not create a particular situation for any living entity, but the living entity, bewildered by ignorance, desires to be put into certain conditions of life, and thereby his chain of action and reaction begins. So the first point Prabhupada makes here is that there are many different opportunities in this universe. And naturally, when we hear about how nice it is to be in this situation or in that situation, we develop an attraction. Well, let me try that out. Just like here we have someone distributing ice cream outside. So we may pass by and someone says, well, today it's mango. And we think, wow, mango, let me try it. I can't resist mango. So that's the material existence. Someone is advertising. Today we have not just ordinary ice cream, we have mango ice cream. So you can't resist it. Or there is one potato chip company, they advertise, I bet you can't eat just one. In other words, they challenge you. See if you can just eat one, if you don't become overwhelmed by desire after that one, and forced to eat more than one. So that's our opportunity. We have a body, we have senses. Hopefully we have some money. And then we can try out this or that and see what it's like. And that Krishna is creating, he's not responsible for our making a decision. That's our decision. We desire, and then of course, by Krishna's arrangements, our desire is not independent. Krishna makes arrangements to fulfill our desire through his material nature. And as long as we have a little desire, we may see something and think, well, that would be nice. So that's thinking about it. And then feeling, wow, I have to experience that. Then we feel, I gotta experience it. Then we will, yes, I'm gonna spend the money, I'm going to get it and experience it. And then we will to do something for that experience. So Krishna, he's making the arrangements for us according to what we desire. He's equal. If we want to make an arrangement for something spiritual, he gives us that opportunity. If we want to experience something in the mode of goodness, go out to Tivoli Park and listen to the birds, he gives us that opportunity too. If we want to go and make money, he gives us that opportunity. We can go down and try to get some money, bet on the lottery, or there's some casinos downtown, or we can go to work, or in the mode of ignorance. There's a nice place to sleep underneath the tree in Tivoli Park. Let me see what that would be like. Listen to the birds as they fall asleep. So all these opportunities are there, but Krishna, he's simply fulfilling our desire according to what we deserve. And if we want to find out what we deserve, we can check our horoscope and find out what we probably deserve, but maybe not be completely accurate, but we get some idea. For instance, we may want to fly. Most of us are not going to fly unless we buy an airplane ticket. That's what we deserve. We don't have the body of a bird. We can't flap our arms up and down and take off. Well, if we want to fly, we have to get a means to fly. But that's there. That opportunity is there in the human form of life. We can buy the ticket and fly. He does not create a particular situation for any living entity. But the living entity, bewildered by ignorance, desires to be put into certain conditions of life, and thereby his chain of action-reaction begins. So we think that there's something desirable in this material world, and therefore we're changing from one body to the next, trying to fulfill what we think is desirable. Nowadays, people are born as men and women. Still, they may think, well, I was born as a man, I wonder what it would be like to be a woman. And if you pay enough money, they'll try to make you into a woman. Or if you pay enough money, a woman, they may try to make into a man, and then you can experience what it's like, because that's the desire, one is curious. But since time immemorial, we've been trying everything. We've been in every kind of body. We've been crawling on the ground, we've been flying in the air, we've been digging into tunnels, we've been building buildings, we've been going everywhere, and now we're here. And we're still not, in the material world, necessarily found the perfect situation. As I said before, one time Prabhupada was giving a class at a university, and one student raised her hand and said, Swamiji, you say that if I act like a dog, then I'm going to become a dog. I want you to know, Swamiji, I don't mind if I become a dog. As a matter of fact, I want to become a dog. So Prabhupada raised his hand and said, you have my blessings. So whatever we want to become, we can become. And in the park in Japan, there are people, they spend 10,000 euros in order to buy a dog outfit. And they put the outfit on, and they go into the park, and they play with the other dogs there. Because they want to be, they're so impatient, they can't wait for the next body. They have to be a dog right now. But sure enough, Krishna will fulfill their desire. And after this body, they'll get the opportunity to play in the park. And they won't have to pay 10,000 euros. A living entity is by superior nature full of knowledge. So that doesn't mean we're by nature, we know everything. At least we know who we are. We know we're a spiritual being, that we're eternal, that we're not this body. And whatever body we get, male, female, Brahma, an insect, whatever, we don't become that body. It's just another vehicle fulfilling our illusory desire to be something that we're not. Nevertheless, he is prone to be influenced by ignorance due to his limited power. So right now, most of us are not thinking, I want to be a body. As a matter of fact, we're here to find out we're a spiritual being. But we're influenced by ignorance, and therefore we just can't say, ignorance, away with you, and it just flies out the window. Giriraj Maharaj was walking on a morning walk with Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned something philosophical, and Giriraj Maharaj said, thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Before you said that, I was in Maya. And Prabhupada started to laugh, and he said, you were in Maya. He said, you're always in Maya. Sometimes we get a little enlightenment, and we understand things a little more clearly, but that doesn't mean we're free from 100% from the illusory energy. Nevertheless, the Lord is omnipotent, but the living entity is not. We're all very tiny. It doesn't matter. Prabhupada once said, in comparison to Krishna, we're all quite insignificant. So someone may be more insignificant, someone else may be less insignificant, but when it gets down to it, we're all insignificant compared to Krishna. Compared to the Himalayan mountains, you may have a big tree or a bigger tree, but compared to the Himalayan mountains, all trees are quite small. The Lord is Vibhu or omniscient, the living entity is Anu or atomic. Because he is a living soul, he has the capacity to desire it by his free will. So that we have. No matter how small we may be, we can desire. And that's our free will. Now the question is, what we're going to desire. Are we going to desire to realize who we actually are? Or are we going to desire another illusion to be put into? That's our choice. Such desire is fulfilled only by the omnipotent Lord. And so when the living entity is bewildered in his desires, the Lord allows him to fulfill those desires. But the Lord is never responsible for the actions, the reactions of the particular situation which may be desired. So, in particular association, we naturally develop some desire. In a particular association, our desires develop. Like if all of us, I don't know if there's any soccer game today. Is there football today? Yes. There is. So, if we're in the football field, trying to chant our rounds in the stadium, and everyone else is going, Jai! Oh, of course, I don't know what they say. You know, we'll probably take a look around, Hare Krišna, hey. So we do get influenced in our desires by our association. And what happened? What did I miss? He kicked the ball. Wow. My God. He's empowered. So our desires naturally are determined by our association. Here we're talking about how to understand who we are. And we go to the bar, we'll learn something else. We'll learn the unlimited numbers of ways you can mix alcohol together and the effects, etc., etc. So we're going to learn something. Our desires, let me try that out. That looks really, that drink looks, it matches my dhoti. It's orange like my dhoti. Let me see what that tastes like. Therefore, Krishna is not responsible because we have the capacity to desire, and especially in human form of life, we have different varieties of opportunities. And we can choose. When you come here to the temple, we probably expect to hear something about Krishna. And you go somewhere else, you'd be quite surprised if you heard about Krishna. Just like they have this movie called Avatar. And people the devotees may go to it thinking, well, it must be spiritual. It has the name Avatar. And lo and behold, the only thing spiritual about the movie is the name Avatar. But we think, well, it's somehow or another related to an avatar. But it doesn't necessarily lead us to a spiritual state of consciousness. Being in a bewildered condition, therefore, the embodied soul identifies itself with the circumstantial material body and becomes subjected to the temporary misery and happiness of life. So yes, we're in this body, and we all have different bodies. And that's inevitable. But every body, more or less, has the same disadvantages of birth, death, old age, and disease. If we're rich, if we're poor, if we're healthy or unhealthy, whatever, eventually we all have to leave this body. And even if you're healthy at the time of death, you don't get any credit. He died in full health. All right. He made it. Well, he left his body. He was a king, so even we saw the Yamadus taking him away, but he lived a good life because he made it. He was the king. Or he died poor. He's very unfortunate. Well, at the end, we're all dead. We're all dead last. whatever we're in the competition now, whatever we think we're winning or losing, ultimately we're all coming last, dead last. Therefore, the only advantage is if we have an opportunity to understand how to properly conduct our desires, our capacity to desire. So the art of Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said, is the art of focusing one's attention and then giving one's love to Krishna. So it doesn't really matter what body we have. If we just have the understanding that we should focus our attention on Krishna and give our love to him, then everything we're doing is perfect. Any attempt to do that means that our life is successful. Whether we're rich or poor, man or woman, black or white, or whatever, if we just try to focus our attention and give our love to Krishna, then everything we're doing is perfect. Someone may think, well, this person is more in a better position than someone else, but that's just illusion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Stane sita shrutigatam tanuvang manobhir. Stay in whatever position. There's no sense thinking, I should change from this position to that position. It's not going to happen automatically anyhow. We can't help but change our position. That's the laws of karma. But what we should do while we're changing our positions, try to focus our attention and happily give our love to Krishna. The Lord is the constant companion of the living entities, Paramatma, or the super soul, and therefore he can understand the desires of the individual soul as one can smell the flavor of a flower by being near it. So we do have a friend with us. And although no one else may recognize what we're doing, we might get applause. Jai, Prabhu, you did so well, you know. How many books did you distribute? Oh, I did that. Wow, Maharathi, all right. 3 Haribols for the... It's all right, I'm humbled. And if someone else is sitting, I'm a failure, I only just, and no one's glorifying. No, Krishna is actually Paramatma in our heart. He understands, mainly he's trying to look for our sincerity to serve him. He's not trying to think, wow, my God, this devotee is being glorified. Maybe I should glorify him too. Paramatma puts up his 4 hands, Jai, Jai. Now, Krishna is not impressed by whatever we think we're accomplishing, because it's all his accomplishment. He's impressed by our desire to please him. He's impressed by our desire to please his devotees. Desire is a subtle form of conditioning for the living entity. So this is very important. It's not that our desires are independent. Desires are being given to us through the material energy and also through the spiritual energy. But when we accept desires in the material energy, we become conditioned by them. We become covered by them. And when we accept desires in the spiritual energy, they liberate us from material desires. The Lord fulfills his desires as he deserves. Man proposes and God disposes. The living entity is not therefore omnipotent in fulfilling his desires. The Lord, however, can fulfill all desires, and the Lord, being neutral to everyone, does not interfere with the desires of the minute, independent living entities. So we're little tiny souls, 1/10,000th the size of tip hair in size. And we're desiring. And Krishna is sensing the desire, just like one can understand the flavor of a flower by smelling. And then, according to what we deserve, according to the body we have, then he has the material nature arrange itself in such a way as to fulfill our desires. And Krishna is so powerful, he can arrange the material energy to fulfill everyone's desires according to what they deserve. By ourselves, we have no control over the material energy. The material energy is completely independent from our control. And Krishna has complete control over the material energy. What we do have control over is our desire. But that desire means we have control of it if we choose the right circumstances to put ourselves under. In other words, that we have to have enough intelligence to understand what I have to do in order to increase my spiritual desire. Otherwise, we'll put ourselves in circumstances in which our material desires will increase. So that's the intelligence Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita. What we have to do, who we have to associate with, how we have to associate with them, etc., in order to increase our spiritual desire. And our spiritual desire is increased especially when we can chant Hare Krishna in such a way is that we're actually asking Srimati Radharani and Krishna to engage us in their loving service. If with all sincerity, we, in a prayerful way, in a humble way, in a submissive way, and maybe even in a helpless way, asking Srimati Radharani and Krishna, please engage me in your loving service. Now, what seems to be favorable in the material world may be very unfavorable for that. For instance, Queen Kunti says, Janma Aishvarya Shruti Shivir Edamanak Madatmaman Naivahatya Vidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gotra. The thing that most unfavorable is when we're desiring to increase our material wealth, when we're desiring to increase our material knowledge, education, when we're desiring to increase our position in the material existence, when we're consciously desiring that I must advance in this way, what we're actually desiring is to increase my false ego. And as my false ego increases, my feeling that I'm dependent on Krishna decreases. And as my feeling that I'm depending on Krishna decreases, so therefore I can't chant Hare Krishna with a feeling that we've already made another decision. I don't really need loving service to Krishna. I need wealth, or I need fame, or I need position, or I need something other than loving service to Krishna. Now Queen Kunti, on the other hand, she said, I'm in a much better position when I'm in trouble, because then I have to depend upon you. And the more I depend upon you, the more I have this feeling that I can't exist without you, then the more you appear. And as you appear, then birth and death disappear. So when we see someone suffering in the material world because they're put into very difficult circumstances, but if they use that opportunity to depend upon Krishna, then they become the most fortunate people. And when we see someone enjoying like anything, increasing their wealth, their position, all the things that people desire in the material existence, we may think, oh, this person's really lucky and fortunate, but it may be the cause of their downfall in the future. It may be the cause of their thinking, I have so many things to protect me. I have my wealth, my power, my intelligence, I have my positions to protect me. What do I need Krishna for? If I need him, I'll come on Janmashtami and put a little donation in the donation box there, just in case, another protection for myself. Just like there was one devotee, he was dealing drugs. This is decades ago, in the 1960s. Very successful drug dealer. He was making literally millions of dollars. And he'd come to the temple and he'd give big donations to the temple. Because after all, he thought, if I need a partner, Krishna is the best partner. So if he gets part of the profit, he's also implicated. So anything goes wrong, he's also going to get implicated. So he's going to definitely cover my back. Unfortunately for him, Krishna was not so much concerned about his, being a partner to this particular devotee at the time, or aspiring devotee. So one day he was he fell asleep, and the neighbor, he was in a very expensive car with a big amount of illegal drugs, and he fell asleep, and the neighbors called the police and discovered, I think, something like $1 million worth of drugs in his car. So he was quite surprised. He thought Krishna was going to protect me. I paid him off. And he didn't do it, so he was quite disappointed in Krishna. Maybe I didn't pay him enough, he thought. Everyone has their price. In any case, Prabhupada said, don't accept donations from these people anymore. It's not worth it. So the Lord can fulfill our desires, but Krishna is neutral. It's up to us to know what's actually going to be beneficial for ourselves. And it may not be what we think it is right now. We have to see, who is my heroes? Who are the people I think are, exemplify what I'm trying to become? Is it a sportsman? Is it a movie star? Is it a politician? Is it a businessman? Is it a nature lover? Who am I thinking that will actually put me in a position where I'll be happy and peaceful and prosperous? Or is it a devotee? Or is it a devotee like Srila Prabhupada? Am I willing to become something like that, someone like that? The individual is not therefore omnipotent in fulfilling his desires. The Lord, however, can fulfill all desires. However, when one desires Krishna, the Lord takes special care and encourages one to desire in such a way that one can obtain to him and be eternally happy. So Krishna is very happy when he sees we're here hearing about him, or chanting about him, or just doing anything for him. Krishna becomes very happy, and he tries to encourage us. And how does he encourage us? He encourages us by making us feel good when we're chanting Hare Krishna, by giving us some knowledge by which we understand things more clearly. He encourages us in many different ways. And when we do the wrong thing, and he gives us a little slap, we think, well, Krishna, what happened? You were my friend 5 minutes ago. You seem pretty schizophrenic nowadays. Why? When he hits someone else, I'm a good guy. I'm on your side. Now Krishna tries to also encourage us by discouraging us from doing the wrong thing. The Vedic hymns therefore declare, Esha u hyeva sadhu karma karati tam yam ebyo lokabhyam unimishete. Esha u eva sadhu karma karati yam ado nishete. The Lord engages the living entity in pious activities so he may be elevated. So Krishna is happy someone's trying to do something pious. So elevation means they have a better opportunity to understand Krishna consciousness. But if they become elevated even to the heavenly planets and they don't understand Krishna consciousness, they don't accept, then it's a waste of time. But Krishna wants that because it's a possibility that one may understand things more clearly. So Krishna is happy to see that. The Lord engages in impious activities so he may go to hell. So if really one wants to go to hell, then Krishna will engage him in all those activities. Just like we were on Harinam, I forget where it was. Yeah, it was in Trieste. And we saw this restaurant. I think it was called the Devil's Place. So if one wants to go to the Devil's Place, Krishna gives you all directions how to get there. Matter of fact, Yamaraj will send his personal representatives to take you there, if you really want to go there. So Krishna will engage the living entity in whatever he wants. If he wants to go to heaven, Krishna will give him the intelligence to do it. And if he wants to go to the darkest regions of existence, Krishna will engage him in doing those activities that will send him there too. The living entity is completely dependent in his distress and happiness. By the will of the Lord, he can go to heaven or hell, as a cloud is driven by air. Therefore, the embodied soul, by his immemorial desire to avoid Krishna consciousness, causes his own bewilderment. In other words, if we actually become conscious of Krishna, or as much as we become conscious of Krishna, then we understand things better. It's not that all of a sudden everything changes, we just understand things better. As a matter of fact, when we understand things better, generally we become proud. We start thinking, well, I understand, now I understand. And then we find out later on we didn't really understand as much as we thought we understood. We understood a little bit, which is great, but it doesn't mean we have understood everything. And therefore, the tendency is when we get a little enlightened, a little advanced, then we start becoming proud, and then we lose our Krishna consciousness, and we find ourselves in distress again. It doesn't mean we didn't make any advancement. It means that we have a tendency to become proud of whatever advancement we make. And pride cometh before the fall. Therefore, the most advanced devotees, they think they're least advanced. And the least advanced devotees, they think they're the most advanced. Even Krishna is humble. Could you imagine that? Srimati Radharani, the principal devotee, she's the most humble, and therefore she's the most loving. Humility and love go together. But Maya, the illusory energy, she's very intelligent, she's very tricky, and therefore she'll give us every opportunity to become proud of something. And then Maya will also help us become humble too. She's very kind. And especially if you feel you won't have to become humble, just move into the temple for a few weeks. The devotees will help you, give you all support for becoming humble. Consequently, although he is constitutionally eternal, blissful, and cognizant, due to the littleness of his existence, if he gets his constitutional position of service to the Lord, is thus entrapped by nations. And under the spell of ignorance, the living entity claims that the Lord is responsible for his conditional existence. So we think, I'm a nice soul, I'm doing everything right. If there's something wrong, maybe there's something wrong with Krishna. Maybe he doesn't love me. Maybe he doesn't like my face. That's why he's treating me so meanly. The tendency to think ourselves to be a victim is second nature in the material world. Anything that goes right, we get all credit. We take all the credit. It says that success has 1,000 fathers, and failure is an orphan. So, anything goes right, we take all the credit for, and anything goes wrong, it's Krishna's fault, or someone else's fault. The Vedanta Sutras also confirms this. The Lord neither hates nor likes everyone, though he appears to. So that's basically the purport. Krishna is very kind to all of us. He loves all of us equally. Doesn't matter what our material circumstances are now. We just learn how to desire Krishna through the process of sadhana bhakti and devotional service. And then we'll come closer and closer to real success. We'll become conscious of Krishna. We'll become conscious of everything as it actually is. And we'll fall in love with everyone and everything. And we'll be eternally happy. That's real success. And everything else may come and go. It will come and go. But that will go on forever. So, Kuala, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you very much. I would like to have a confirmation if I have understood your lecture correctly. So, if we strive for spiritual desire, so to get into the spiritual world as much as we can, does that mean that our material desires are then fulfilled automatically?
Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe not. That's up to Krishna.
Thank you. I knew the answer.
Good. All right, so I think we can stop there. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hvala lepa za predavanje. Zdaj bi vas pa povabila na ples pred božanstvi.
Shri Panchatattva ki jai. Ki Vajaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aratika Shobha Ki Vajaya Jaya Gaura Chande Aratika Shobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Gaurangira Rotik Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangira Rotik Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangira Rotik Shobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Dakine Nitai Chan Bamegadadara Dakine Nitai Chan Bamegadadara Nikate Advaita Shrini Vasa Chatradhara Ekate Advaita Shrini Vasa Chatradhara Vasiyache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane Vasiyache Gaurachan Vasihasane Vasiyache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane Aroti Korena Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Devagane Narahari Adi Kore Chamaradhulaya Chamaradhulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Goshadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Goshadigaya Shankha Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Shankha Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasala Shankha Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Shankha Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur, madhur, madhur baje. Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hare Bol. Nitai Gaur, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hare Bol. Bahokati Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala. Bahokati Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala. Gala deshe banamala kore jhalamala. Gala deshe banamala kore jhalamala. Shivashuka narada preme gada gada. Shivashuka narada preme gada gada. Bhakti vinoda dekhe Gaura rasambhada. Bhakti vinoda dekhe Gaura rasambhada. Jayo, Jayo, Gaura Chande, Aratika Shobha. Shiva Jayo, Gaura Chande, Aratika Shobha. Janave Tatavane Surasambhada. Janave Tatavane Jagamanaloba. Jayo, Chandit Narotika Shobha Janannavi Tattavane Jagamana Lobha Haribo 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 Nita Gaura Haribo 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 Nita Gaur Haribo 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 Nita Gaur Haribo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitya Gaura Hare Bol. Nitya Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitya Gaura Hare Bol. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Gaura Premanande Hare Hare Bol Jama Vishnupad Paramhamsa Privrajak Acharya Shtotara Shata Shri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Jama Vishnupad Paramhamsa Privrajak Acharya Shtotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Nama Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai Ganga Maya Ki Jai Yamuna Maya Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai Padayatra Mahamahotsava Ki Jai Gaura Premanande Hare Hare Bo Saslava Samsbranim Bhaktam Hare Krishna Saslava Samsbranim Bhaktam Hare Krishna Saslava Samsbranim Bhaktam Hare Krishna Saslava Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Saslava Shla Prabhupada Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladananda Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankana Kalaye Iton Risimha Paraton Risingo Yato Yamitaton Risimha Nrisingo, Hridaya Nrisingo Narasimhamarim Sharanam Prapare Tava Karakamalavare Nakamaduta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Bhaktivigna Vinashanandri Singhadev Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki.
Tako, Hare Krišna, zdaj se pa približujemo drugi polovici našega programa. Sledi še prasada, vegetarijanska pojedina in potem ob 7. uri začnemo še program plus, to so pa badžani tukaj nazaj v templju. Prasadam bo pa serviran zunaj v šotoru. Imamo pa predtem še nekaj obvestil. Mogoče pozdrav novim gostom, če je danes do z nami prvič. Is anybody here for the first time today? No, če je, se lahko zglasi pri meni, ker imamo pripravljeno eno malo presenečenje. So if there is somebody for the first time here with us today, they can come to me. We have a small sweet surprise for them prepared. Še nekaj obvestil, ker veste, da poteka padajatra. Imaš še kakšen mikrofon? Ok, we'll...
Surprise.
Ne.
Okay. Padayatra Slovenia 2024 ki. Okay. Just some news about Padayatra.
Nekaj obvestil o padajatri.
We had already 2 weeks of Padayatra.
Imeli smo že 2 tedna padajatre.
Last week was the International Week.
Prejšnji teden je bil internacionalni teden.
We visited Vrhnika, Kranj, Maribor, Ljubljana and Trieste and Rijeka.
Prejšnji teden smo obiskali Vrhniko, Ljubljana, Maribor, Kranj, Maribor, Trst in Rijeko.
I don't know, the old devotees can say if the Padayatra was ever in Trieste.
Ne vem, če lahko rečemo, da je bila padajatra kdaj v Trstu.
So probably it was the first time.
Verjetno prvič.
Very nice city, Italian people really like this Padayatra and they also need a lot of Harinam Sankirtan.
Zelo lepo mesto, Italijani so bili zelo veseli, so nas sprejeli in manjka jim Harinam Sankirtane.
We also had yesterday very nice Ratayatra in Rijeka, around 200 devotees, more than people on the streets, but...
Včeraj smo imeli tudi lepo padajatro na Rijeki, okoli 200 bakt je bilo tam in veliko več ljudi na ulicah.
Okay, we also distribute...
There were več bakt kot ljudi na ulicah, ja, pardon.
Anyway, we also distributed some books. This year we're focusing on Bhagavad Gitas. Because this is the most important book we have.
Razdelili smo tudi kar nekaj knjig. Letos imamo fokus na Bhagavad Giti, ker je to ena najpomembnejših knjig.
So we want to distribute this year 500 Bhagavad Gitas.
Želimo razdeliti 500 Bhagavad Git.
We're at 283.
Zdaj smo na 283, tam.
So we still have around 200 left.
Še nekaj 200 jih je ostalo.
We're gonna give it a good try.
Sorry?
We're gonna give it a good try.
Da se bomo potrudili še to razdeliti.
We also launched this program like we have for marathon that devotees can sponsor Bhagavad Gitas. Imamo tudi program podoben kot za Prabhupadov maraton po zimi, da lahko bhakte sponzorirajo knjige. It's easier to distribute to young people Bhagavad Gitas if they are sponsored. Ja, lažje je razdeliti predvsem mlajšim ljudem knjige Bhagavad Gite, če so sponzorirane. We still ask for donations because if they don't give something, there's lack of appreciation. So. Še vedno pa prosimo, da dajo neko donacijo, ker potem več cenijo. Okay. There's some benefits in this, in participating in distributing Bhagavad Gita. You have some quotes from the Shastra outside. Je seveda tudi neke prednosti oziroma dobrobiti, če se vključimo v program in zunaj tam je štand, kjer si lahko pogledate. Just a few very, very fast. One of them says that it's the duty of every Vaishnava to maintain a library of Vaishnava literature at home. So if you don't have Bhagavad Gitas at home, then you should.
Eno od takih stvari pravi, da je dolžnost vsakega vajšnave, da ima vajšnavsko knjižnico, bhakte, da ima vajšnavsko knjižnico doma, zato če nimate če nimate Bhagavad Gita, jo kupite.
Okay. There's some karma kanda benefits. You can have a devoted wife, fame, fortune and good health, and people will like you.
So tudi neke karma kanda dobrobiti. Lahko imamo ženo, ki je vdano ženo.
Nice wife, fame, fortune,
slavo, zdravje.
All these things that devotees don't admit that they would like to have.
Vse te stvari, skratka, ki bhakte ne priznajo, da bi jih radi imeli.
And of course you can please Krishna and be very dear to Krishna. So you choose whatever benefit you want.
Ja, lahko ste pa izberete, da ste s tem dragi Krišni. Lahko izberete.
Okay, so you can buy some to distribute to your friends, or you can sponsor them and we will distribute to some young friends we will meet on the way.
Lahko kupite in razdelite svojim prijateljem ali pa sponzorirate in bomo mi razdelili mladim ljudem, ki jih srečamo po poti.
Okay, and next week we have Nova Gorica, Novo Mesto, Kamnik, Izola, Ljubljana, and we finish traditional Portorož.
No, ta mesta, ki jih naštel, sledijo zdaj v prihodnem tednu in zaključi se z tradicionalnim portoroškim harinom.
Yeah, this is a unique opportunity to participate in this kind of yagya, so we should all try to participate as much as we can in different ways.
In to je idealna priložnost, da se vključimo v tako jagijo, zato spodbuja v bistvu, da se priključimo po najboljših močeh.
Okay, thank you so much. Padayatra Slovenia 2024 ki.
Thank you. Tu. Okay, zdaj pa sledi še zahvala pred čaščenjem, oziroma molitev pred čaščenjem prasadama, pa bi kar skupaj v en glas, prosim. Dober tek, pa se vidimo naslednjo nedeljo. Hare Krišna.